Shalom, Israel, Shalom. First, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem, Hashem like Shai. Hey, Yahweh worthy knows as God. Yahweh Shai worthy knows as Jesus. Hamashiach would be the Christ. And I'm back at you with the precepts of the day, or the kind words of encouragement, and the soldier salutation. Ready, set, go. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem. So here the Most High is reaching out to Jeremiah, the prophet, right? He's telling him to go cry only to one nation of people, to the ears of Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith Yahweh, I remember thee and the kindness of thy youth. Meaning he remembered when we were young. He remembered when we were tender. He remembered when we were accepted, right? Because yesterday I told you that you shall humble yourself as a child, right? He remembered when you was young in your age and you listened and obeyed only his voice. He says, the love of thine espousals, right? So this word espousal have two different meanings. The first meaning is it refers to a couple being engaged, because we were engaged or married to the Most High, right? It would be the northern and the southern kingdom. Spousal also means to support or believe in a position, policy, theory, or set of beliefs. And that policy was actually when we enter into the covenant, right? Which is a contract, right? And the policy would be the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? So let's get back to that. It says, the love of thine espousals when thou wentest after me in the wilderness in a land that was not sown, right? So now we get the context of what's going on. Let's get to the point of the whole understanding, right? Verse 32, can a maid forget her ornaments or her bride her attire, right? So does a woman ever come into a wedding and she don't have the proper dress, right? There will be our fringes, our holy garments, coming in underneath all obedience and obeying the Most High. It says, yet my people have forgotten me days without number. Verse 33, the point. Why trimmest thy way to seek love? Why do you want to go after all these pagan holidays, all these other gods, have to serve all these other entities but the Most High, right? By not having the things that he told you. He gave you simple instruction, right? He says, why trimmest thy way to seek love? Therefore, thou hast also taught the wicked ones thy way, right? Real quick, let's get a precept to support that. It's the book of 2nd Address, chapter 7, and I'm going to start at verse 19, and I'm going to skip. It says, and he said unto me, there is no judge above Yahweh, and none that have understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of Yahweh that is set before them. For Yahweh have given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. But his law have they despised, and denied his covenants. In his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. So I say all that to say this, Israel. Don't trim your way to seek love. Don't obey all these false entities, and continue to seek the love of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I hope that these words of encouragement help you on your walk. Giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, Shalom.